Ever since the color changers were brought back in 2020, they've been absolutely knocking it out of the park with them. And one of the first new color changers released after they brought them back was a fabulous Lightning McQueen that went from blue to red. I love the concept of a fabulous McQueen that turned red so much that I went out and I spent $20 on the color changer red set, which I didn't really want to get. I just wanted to get the McQueen, and then it ended up being one of my most popular videos ever, so definitely don't regret that. And that McQueen is definitely one of my favorite color changers. But now we have sort of a counterpart to that, as they've now made a color changer of the fabulous Hudson Hornet that changes from blue to red. Anyway guys, welcome back to yet another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new fabulous Hudson Hornet color changer. Just like every other color changer they've released since they've brought them back in 2020, this guy is new. Every single color changer they've done has been either a character or variant that's never gotten a color changer before, or a pre-existing one that changes to new colors. In the case of Doc Hudson, he does have a regular color changer that I think has been released more than once, that I want to say changed from blue to black. But this is the first time we've ever gotten a Hudson Hornet, which is interesting. Now, recently they actually did a color changer Sally as well, who actually changes to the same colors as the previous color changer Sally, but she's in the updated Sally mold. So, still, even that one is technically different. It's completely different. It's a different mold. So as you can see here, we've got 2-in-1 with the red and blue. He's currently in blue. This is how I found him in the store. Really like that artwork for Doc. This is actually his Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet artwork. He actually has separate artwork for Cars 3, and that's what this is. Color changer logo there, sort of a representation of the cold and hot water. We've got on the back, cold water changes the color, red water changes it back, as you can see there. So now let's take this guy out of the package. I don't have my Dirt Track Hudson Hornet with me, but I do have my original one, which is actually the old and accurate 2007 one where the wheels are the wrong color. They're supposed to be red, and they have been made red in like every subsequent release, but for the original one here, they were white instead of red, unfortunately. But here we have Doc out of the package, looking nice, of course. Fully made of plastic. An unfortunate downside, nowadays the color changers oftentimes look identical to their normal releases, but Doc, since he's plastic, he doesn't have that nice chrome grill that the normal Doc has. He just has a flat gray that's like vaguely shiny. He's definitely a darker blue than the normal Hudson Hornet and the Dirt Track Hudson Hornet, which is exactly the same as Fabulous McQueen, who's actually a darker blue than his normal variant, and honestly, I kind of prefer this shade of blue. I think at least for Fabulous McQueen, it is a bit more accurate, and maybe it's a bit more accurate for Doc as well. Might be a bit too dark, but it definitely matches up with the color of Fabulous McQueen a bit better. As you can see here, we have the Twin H-Power logo there, written twice on his hood. Got the 51s all over, Hudson Hornet written there on either side as well. Pretty typical Doc expression. Eyes are quite a bit bigger than my older one here, but I think it's closer to the Dirt Track variant. Fabulous Hudson Hornet written on the side. We've got his Piston Cup logo there. Very nice. We've got the 51 written back there as well. Got those nice red wheels, unlike on this guy here, who just has Doc's regular wheels. Moving on to the back, we also have the other sort of Hudson Hornet logos, although this one is not colored in. That's kind of annoying. It should be. It's actually sculpted into the plastic. Maybe that's just mine. If you guys have this car and if that's colored in, let me know, because that might just be a unique error for me, or who knows, maybe it's an error on all of them. He doesn't have his license plate, but I don't believe the original Hudson Hornet had one either. There's a look at his other side. There's his non-shiny base. It's a little shiny. And now let's change this guy's color. Alright, so we got our warm and cold water here. Also took out Fabulous McQueen, just so that you could see. These two are basically the same color when dark blue. And like I said, I really like that dark blue on Fabulous McQueen. Might not be as accurate as I originally thought, but I really like that. Anyway, let's turn Doc to red. Look at that, that's so cool. Oh man, I love that idea of having a Doc that becomes the color of McQueen. That's just so cool. It's kind of like reverse Fabulous McQueen. That is such a cool concept. I want to try to, hopefully I'll keep him in this color scheme when he's displayed. Very similar shade of red to the Sheriff that they recently did. get McQueen in there too, and you can see, yeah, right, they're pretty much the same colors either way. I think that's just so cool. I'm so glad of all the colors they chose to turn him to. They chose to make him turn red. I think that is awesome. You can already see it's turning back in some parts because of the heat from my hands. That is one cool color changer. I don't know if I've ever really said this. I'm not really the biggest fan of Doc, but like, he's got a really cool design, and his color changer is just, in concept alone, I think this color changer has to be one of my favorites. And you know, it's always nice to get new variants of Doc due to the fact that he isn't in Cars 2 and is only in flashbacks in Cars 3. It's not often that we get variants of Doc, so, you know, any chance there is to make a new Doc, I think that's awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.